Hey guys, it's Kelsey. I'm back with another How to Kill a Kit with Style. This is layout 5, although you will see it earlier because I am posting it early for this challenge. This is a supersized stacked title challenge for the Scraptacular Cropping Club. I'm also doing the Sewing Bee challenge by Paper Issues, and I am setting myself a challenge to do a boy themed layout from this very, very girly collection. So we'll see how that comes together. You can see here, I really just tried to focus on the boy colors, and that helped pull out a boy layout from this very, very teenage girl inspired collection. First thing I'm going to do is figure out how I'm going to do this title. So I don't have very many, any big title alphabets, so I had to make my own, which was a fun challenge. So what I ended up doing was just printing the title out on copy paper, and then I just took some vellum and punched holes tracing the letters essentially, and I'm just going to back that with some pattern paper and stitch them together. So that's how I came up with my title. I really wanted to use this star paper. I thought it was super cute. It's one of my favorite pattern papers in this collection, and I thought it could run very boyish, so that's where I'm starting. I was going to do all white thread stitching, but I didn't have enough white, so then I was like, fine, I'll just do black, but I didn't have enough black thread, so I'm doing black and white thread and just going to alternate the letters. Ends up working out really well, but I just kind of had to make it work, and I feel like that's this entire page, is me just trying to make it work. I really like how it turned out though. This is another one of those pages where if I didn't have these challenges, I would have never thought to do this, and I'm just so pleased with how it turned out. So I'm super happy I had these challenges to sort of direct me in this direction. But I'm getting the Sewing Bee challenge knocked out just by stitching on all of these letters. And then of course I'll have to just figure out how those letters will then go on the page. So I sort of already went through the paper pad and pulled out all the papers I thought could go very boyish. And then I pulled out that floral background paper from the Gather collection. I'm thinking that's what I'm going to use. It's black and white, so there's not really girly colors. I thought it was neutral enough to where I could make it boyish. But you'll see that does not work out. I fight with my background a lot until I figure out what I'm actually going to do. I'm almost done with these letters. I sped this part up a lot. But I'm just washi taping the back so that thread doesn't come loose, and then you see me cleaning up the letters here, cutting off all that excess. But I know I want them stacked vertically like this, 2 letters at a time. So I like how that spacing looks, but I'm attempting to do some mixed media in the background just to make it more boyish. I was thinking I'd maybe do some gray watercolors and then pull in some of that teal to kind of go with that chevron paper that's in this collection. But then I was looking at another page I did where I used that teal, and teal's super vibrant, and I didn't want to put that on this layout, but then the gray wasn't working. So I go ahead and matte my photo because I know I'll at least use that matte for it, and now I'm really fighting with how this page is going to go from here. The background's really not working for me. Everything I try and layer up is not working with the large title. I tried switching to white, so I tried switching to craft, and finally I was like, there's not enough of this collection. I can't do a boy page with this collection if the collection's not actually represented. So I was like, you know what, I'm gonna make my own background with this paper pad. I love doing this collection. It's a great way to use up the smaller paper pads like the 6x8 and 6x6 paper pads, so I just cut them down to 6x6, cut them in half, and I am just going to patch this background together, and I think that ends up looking super cool. So that already helps. As soon as I put all these pieces together, I was like, yes, this is my boy layout with the All Heart collection. It is coming together finally. So I'm using my ruler to space out those letters. I decide to right align them. I think that works a lot better. I wanted my photo on the left side of the page since Marcus is looking down to the right. I didn't want him looking off of the page, so that looks a lot better to my eye. So already that's a whole lot better. From here I went ahead and just pulled all the embellishments, anything I thought could read boyish. I really focused on the yellows, the blacks, the teals, and you can see how girly that paper, that sticker sheet looks, but when you focus on those few colors, you can really see how it can work for a boy page, even though as a collection it doesn't look like it is even possible to do a boy page with it. So I did go through the die cuts as well. I'm not sure if I even end up using a die cut, but I do layer up a few of those stickers, and I really like how that ends up looking. I brought in my pens. I know for sure I want to stitch on, or faux stitch with my pen, doodle, I guess, again on this one. But now I'm just trying to figure out where to go from here. I decided I want to pop my photo up on some foam. The mat I used for that photo is also that black and white collage-y photo collage paper in the background, so I wanted there to be some definition between the photo mat and the background paper since it is the same pattern, and that little bit of dimension really helps. It'll also help when I start layering things up behind the photo because there will be something between the two papers. But I really liked this yay. There's a few kind of plain stickers that I brought out to incorporate into the layers. So I'm just starting with that. I really like how that little doily looks. And again, I'm pulling a frame from my stash. This is a Pebbles frame. I just wanted a little something poking out of the left side there to add a little bit more interest. With this title being so big and now this patchwork quilt type background, I didn't want a whole lot of big layers behind the photo just because there was already kind of a lot going on. So I'm just using these sticker sheets to layer up top and bottom of this photo. And I feel like that's enough. So I'm going to go ahead and get this stuck down. There we go. I wanted 3 areas of these stickers, but I was really wanting to start a cluster on the right side of that title, and it was just looking weird and too detached in my mind, so I'm like, it's fine, I'll just have 2 top and bottom of the photo. So that's where I leave it. I do just do black lines around the whole layout. I really like that touch that adds. It kind of brings all those different pattern papers together as well. And then I'm adding a subtitle down here. So this is the first time Marcus has ever had Indian food. It was only my second time. It was really good. But I just wanted to record that we had found a new place to kind of eat at. So it's called Indian, and then our new date night spot. I think after this subtitle I'm done, so you'll see the close-ups here in a minute. Thank you again, Scrapbook Your Joy, for sending me this collection. Make sure you check their store out. I'll link it below. But yeah, I thought it was super cool and a fun challenge to try and do a boy layout with this collection. So I was very pleased that it turned out all right. But yeah, so make sure you check out everyone else who's doing How to Kill a Kit with Style. They're all linked down below. Thanks guys for watching. Bye.